It's Brian from Captain Savage Aquatics. I'm just doing a live stream tonight. So let's see. Poor connection. Interesting. Alright, I'm streaming from my phone because for some reason I can't get stuff going with my computer. First, second, cool. How's the stream coming in? Volume, stuff like that. Savage Aquatics says first, second that says Fish Tropic, thumbs up. Sweet. Don't mind me guys because I'm streaming from my phone. I just want to make sure I have this on vibrate, that way nothing crazy's going on. Uh oh, hopefully I didn't just kill it. What did I just do? Oh, sorry about that. For some reason I had the drawer app open. So I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Let me put this back and plug this camera back in so my phone. Where's the good cord I had? Don't mind me guys. Been one of those days where shit, this keeps getting more and more messed up. Now I just gotta close that. Let me see. Reload that. Let's open in a live stream on my computer so I can see it. To watching. What is up with the black boxes? Oh, let's see. That is so weird. Why is it cutting off half my view? That does no good. Alright, let me see. That is so weird. Maybe that'll help. That's what I'm wondering. What layers are up? I'm learning Streamlabs because I had to quickly do it. So, okay. Cancel. Alright, I'm going to be right back. What layers are up is my clutter. Editor. Chat box there. Put the event box there. There we go. That's what was in the way. The event boxes. Woohoo! That works. So let me do this again. Hi and welcome everyone. It's Brian from Captain Savage Aquatics. Doing a late night stream. Just hanging out with the fish fam. What's up, JH Aquatics, Fish Tropic? How you guys doing? And I really don't need that open in the background. No point to have my PC open, because I can read the chat from here. So let me shut this down. There we go. My computer is acting funky. I'll diagnose it tomorrow or later today. Alright, so let's see. What did I do today? I did some water changes, topped off all the tanks. I did like 80% water change to the tote. The other tote I did about 50% water change, that gray one. The shrimp tank that I haven't changed water in for like 6 months. I did about a 30% water change to that. Topped off the bow front. Let's see, what else did I do? Drained all these tanks down 50%. The guppy tanks, even the grow outs for the snails. Same with this tank. Pretty much everything almost got a 50% water change today. Reconfigured some of my timers because just moving around from all the previous live streams and stuff, some of the push timers got messed up, so I don't have things running 2 different times, because I was noticing when I was getting up at 3 or 4 a.m. if I wasn't streaming, the kitchen light would be on for that 20-gallon tank. I don't want that on. And then the 75-gallon my bedroom was coming on at like 5:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock, and that was waking up my son. Not a big deal if it's me, I don't really care. I'll sleep right through it, but for him, when he's not used to it, the light coming on definitely messed things up. I put one of my other Zinyu corner filters in the 75 just to start seeding that, because I'm going to be setting up this whole rack. I'm going to put I think 5 wide on this shelf right here for 10 gallons, because I got 2 10-gallons sitting out on the porch. I'm just going to clean those up later this morning before I go to work. Put those up because I want to get the guppies going again, clear out some of the Naha grasses and things like that. If you're here, say something in the chat so I know who's here, because it doesn't tell me how many people are in here. Oh, it's only 2, so it must just be Jason and everyone like that. Sorry for the squeaking of the chair. And I can't see, 63%. So, what is that power cord? This is my old phone. I hope it's coming in okay. I guess I can only stream in 720p with Streamlabs, even though the phone can do 1080p. I don't know how the quality is. I know it's got a 16 megapixel camera in it. Let me see if I can actually zoom in a little bit. There we go. Perfect. How's the voice coming in, guys? If it's kind of low, I'll go get my my Boya mic and I'll put it up and clip it to my shirt or whatever, so I get a better quality sound. So I'm doing the max. I'm doing like almost 4 megs up, which is perfect, looks like. Only 2 people. It's because I took so damn long trying to get my computer to work. Watch, I'm going to leave this off for the next 3 hours, and then all of a sudden it'll let me stream, you know, one after I go to bed and get up. Just FYI, I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow night. I got to do the overnight, so I'll be working from 10 p.m. East Coast time till 7 or 8 in the morning, and then I got a 40-minute drive back. So I'll probably stream tomorrow afternoon before I go to work for a couple hours. You know, maybe like 8 to 10 p.m. tomorrow, tonight. Not 8 to 10, because I have to be there. Maybe I'll stream from like 6 to 8. Get ready for work at 8, and all that stuff. So, what's going on with you, JH? It was nice to have you in the stream the other time. I just don't know if Streamlabs I can add people. I don't think I can, so... what else did I do today? Added some more oatmeal to this microworm culture. Added a little bit of yeast to help break it down. Because I got one of those kits and it came with like step by step how to keep the live worm culture going. I was trying to think. But nothing happened. So it's 2:21 a.m. and there's 3 people in here. If you're here, just say something in the chat because I can't actually see who's in chat. There, let me throw that in the chat. That's cool. I can do that right from... Sweet. Sweet. I'll see if I can't split this app to my computer. Maybe it'll actually work properly. Oh, well, let me go do a room tour and show you what's going on. I still got videos editing and stuff like that. So, let's see. And let me see how I flip this around. There we go. Alright, so not much going on in here. I gotta put the Fluval thing. Sorry for the glare. The light's really bright. So I have to put that back on the Fluval. Don't mind that. DFX4. I got this canister filter sitting right here, the Marineland one that I won from my aquarium box. This tank needs some cleaning of the glass, but I'm not worried about that. Look at all this junk it's already caught, even though I got the sponge filter pointed at the wrong direction. Look at all that gunk already. I'm not worried about it. like I said in the other live stream, I got the angel in here. I got the shabunkin and a couple of the scarlet goldfish. The convicts are hanging on. They're actually breeding in this tank, believe it or not. Those little guys, if the Oscars don't get to them first. This got this thing for my Aqua Clear kit that I got for like a beta kit. It's a 2.5 gallon kit. I just haven't pulled all the clay beads out, but that plant I got from my the old house I used to work at. That's the clipping. What else is going on? Got the high fins in here. The gold severum, the green severums. What else did I put in here? I know there's a bunch of other stuff in here. Not much has really actually changed with this tank. Kind of this, the 125 is a catch-all. I want to rescape this. Clean it up to actually do a gravel vac. This is the 18 gallon tote that I did the water change on. The actual water looks really clear. Same with this. I got cherry red shrimp, blue velvet shrimp in here. With fancy guppies. This is like the original 10 gallon shrimp tank with snails and stuff. Got challah wood, naha grass, java moss, all that stuff in there. I have a light burned out right here, but I'm not even going to leave it. I figure leave half the tank dark, keep the other half lit. Don't mind, Molly. That's the 30 gallon that I've water tested that I'm just too lazy to set up right now. I just got to drain it. It used to be salt water from the person looks like before me. I just got to run a razor and vinegar over that, then rinse it really good. Here's the 75. I know I have a video. I just haven't had a chance to finish editing it. Bunch of Christmas moss, Java moss right there. It's just kind of a clump. I keep putting this Pontigeton down or whatever it is. The big leaf Nubius, it looks like. What's up, 808 Tank? Hello, he says. Fish Tropics says, I am here. So pretty much what I got on here for filtration is the 220 gallon sponge filters, the Fluval 403 or 404, and the Aqua Clear 50. I'm probably going to remove this Aqua Clear 50 because I don't really need it, so these tops can sit back down. Let's see. Fortunately, I lost a couple rainbow fish a while back. I think that was due to the convicts. It happens. Some of these stem plants came in with some of the shrimp I ordered a while back. So I keep planting them with the big pleco from my parents. The common pleco keeps moving them. And as you can see, some of the stems pulled out from there. Fish Tropics says, sups up. So there is a super red longfin pleco right there. I got some super red. They're a different like variant of the super red pleco, but they got the long fins and some standard fins. It was kind of like a mixed tank, you know what I mean? So I got like, I want to say 6 or 10 super reds. Oh, super red calicos, long finned and short finned. They're pretty small. They're probably the size of this high fin pleco right there, maybe slightly smaller. I do have super reds breeding in here. I'm not going to do much with that. Got some of this cool like Java fern looking stuff. I don't know what variant it is. I'll have to look at the order. Obviously a lot of Anubias petite that I keep pushing down and moving around. Looks like this is sucking a little bit of air, so let me shake that. Unfortunately, on this Fluval 404 or 406, whatever it is, I happen to break the primer, so I got to see if I can't order a new primer and somehow get it in there. I tried super gluing it. Yeah, that didn't work too well. So sometimes I just got to shake that around to get it to properly work again. What else is going on? Got a bunch of different fish still in here. Nothing that's really going to go after the super red babies. Got those two nice bomai. Fish Tropics says coffee time, anyone? Fish Tropics, it's Java the Hutt, laugh out loud. Yep. Why do I get a poor connection? That's weird. I'm sorry if it's a little choppy. I obviously got to clean this glass because Molly pounds the shit out of this tank because she lives. Don't mind the room. She's messed up the bed no matter how many times I make it. So I put that Java fern behind that sponge filter. I don't really care if it grows into the sponge. As long as I can clean it and put the Java fern back, I'm not really worried about it. This sword's actually taking off now that it's actually planted in the substrate. What's else? I put some swaster stang or whatever it is in here. And it's doing a lot better. There's some of the calicos. There's one of the calicos. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see them. Let me see if I can't zoom in. Love to get a gimbal so this won't be so shaky. As you can see, kind of a dark area. But that's the calico right there. Some of the other juvie super reds from a couple breedings ago. Or spawns ago. You know, the very first spawn I got. Like this is one that I got from the spawn that grew out. Though that one down there on the lower side is one of the first generation spawns. There's one of the super red calicos, looks like standard fin. There are long fins in here. So hopefully those guys will grow out, and now I have a good mixed colony again of different things. Super reds, super red calicos. Then I got the chocolate plecos from Sergeant Tanks. And I got the albino pleco in here. Chocolate pleco. He hides a lot, just like most of them do. And as these plants grow out and actually establish, I'll see them less and less. But that's okay. Sorry, got a Fish Tropics says, welcome to the other side of the internet. You know, entering the outer fish limits with your hopes, Captain Savage. Jesus. I love Jason when he starts coming up with these spiels. It's awesome. So let me see. I wish this camera was waterproof because I would just stick it in the tank. Well, let me zoom out. So there we go. Looks like there's a lot of glare. I gotta change the white balance on this app after I'm done with this stream. So I do want to pick up some more rainbows because they're pretty cool fish. And I don't think I don't see the rainbows ever go after the plecos at all, or ancestris. Most of the time, I find the plecos or plecos chilling behind the sponge filters. I don't know. They love it. Come on, get the last little bit of air. Believe it or not, that thing's going full speed. Just got a couple air bubbles that I was trying to shake out. So what else am I doing to this tank? I know this is kind of a kind of like this thrown together. I'm gonna see if I can't get some of this Java moss and Christmas moss onto other stuff, or maybe more in the background. But at least it's there. I have some other pieces of Mopani, driftwood and stuff that I'm going to put in here that I didn't realize I had in this 18-gallon tote. Where did I actually put that? I actually threw it in the 2.5 gallon, but it literally took up the whole 2.5 gallon. This tank I definitely have to clear out. As you guys can see, there's not much light getting in here, but there's shrimp in here. So I just don't want to transfer too many things. Let's see if I can't get that to focus on them. Try and find those breeder boxes that hang on the outside of the tank. That's what I'm going to do. I can get them online for like $8, $10 or something, or even cheaper, depending on the brand. Why isn't this light on? Oh, it's because I forgot to turn that on. This is just my improvising this to get some light into this tank. I do have another light strip. I got this part of the pickup, which is a 10-gallon top, but unfortunately the person that had this before ran salt water, and I think it corroded the terminals because I can't get this cord to work at all. So I might cut it and strip the lines and see if I can't remove this switch and put a new one in and see if I can't get it running. I need to grab a few too. The African cichlid tank, sorry for the brightness. Let me see if I can't get my thing. So the Texas cichlid's pretty big. Gotta be about 10 inches anyways. And sorry for the light here. It's kind of bleeding out. So all I got is one yellow lab in here, one of the, I can't remember what type of African that is. I got a couple of the smaller Demasoni, I believe, and one high-fin pleco in here that Molly's about to go after. Come on, leave the 55-gallon alone. As you can see, this is more Java moss, Christmas moss. So if anyone needs Java moss and Christmas moss, hit me up in a direct message or catch up with me on Facebook. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I'll have to check to see if I got my Facebook link. Or you can check the description of any of my videos. I think I got the link in there to my Facebook page. Hit me up on there. You can get me in Messenger. The only thing I will say to notice is any Java moss and Christmas moss, I can't guarantee it's going to be 100% snail free, because I love snails, because I feed my puffer snails all the time. The one lonely koi angel chilling in that back corner. I gotta go get a couple more koi angels. If anyone has got any breeding, I'd love to get some. Even if they're only a 1/4 inch size, I don't mind growing them out in like a 10 or 20 long. I mean, I got this 20 long right here with all these hang-on backs and other stuff. I picked up a lot of supplies. Got that top. I don't know what that is too. It's a weird size. Maybe it's for a 29-gallon tall, but I'm not sure. Of course, this was completely clean. I didn't have anything right here, but stuff happens. I just set up that aqua clear on this 55-gallon. That's another aqua clear 50. This for some added water movement on that side. I'm going to get another 20-gallon sponge filter and put it over there where that light is blinding us right now. 808 says I'm hungry. Yep. Laugh out loud, moss doesn't like my water. Is it really hard, Jason, or is it just really, really soft? Because most mosses will acclimatize to the stuff, whatever it is. Now, when I put moss in a new tank, if the water parameters, like say I get it from someone, it'll die back or melt back for a week or a couple weeks, 3 weeks, even a month, and then it'll come screaming back real quick. So, like I said, I still haven't caught that high-fin pleco out of there. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do it, so Molly this loves to steer. Sorry my place is so dirty. I'm kind of like in the middle of deciding what I'm doing with this rack. As you can see, that 15K light, LED light, is making algae go nuts. It is on a timer. I only run that light for probably 6 hours, maybe 7 tops. The rest of the lights on those tanks are 6-7 hours tops for them. The only 2 tanks that aren't on timers are this 2.5 or 3.5 gallon Nook or 3-gallon Nook and the 55. I will get those on a timer. I found a couple timers while I was moving stuff around looking for things. So Swaster Tang is my jam fan. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's what I put in the 75. and I put some in a couple other tanks to spread it around to see how it does. Unfortunately, any mosses and plants I put in this, the Fluval eventually sucks up because these big fish knock the sponge filter apart of the Fluval or FX4 all the time. I don't know if they do it in the night, whatever. It's like I'm always putting that thing back on. I'm almost tempted to see if there's a fish-safe duct tape that I can put on it, or Velcro or something like that I can put on it to make sure the guys can't beat it up. Now, I have not cleaned this FX4 yet, and it's been running for 4 or 5, probably at least 4 months anyway since I got it. I will probably clean that out eventually, but I don't see any hole in the head until I see something. I'm not gonna do whatever. Really, Big Mama's getting pushed around by that other one, huh? Grows slow, but it's lovely bunches of green goodness. Yep. And what am I at? 42%. All right. I just gotta watch my battery. This phone has a better battery than my Google Pixel. So I don't know what you guys want me to show you. I got 2 more 10 gallons, like I said, sitting out on my back porch. So tomorrow, I'm going to. I know this rack can hold 5 tanks, but it might just overhang slightly, which I don't really care if it overhangs by ½ an inch on each side. Otherwise, I'll just leave it 4, and I'll put 4 on each rack. That way, I can get my hands in here and check things out. Don't mind me, everything's a mess because I was kind of all over the place today before I went to work. Gotta love all that green algae. Show us your boobs, laugh out loud. Yeah, right. I do want that snail though. I love feeding the puffer snails. So let's see. I haven't cleaned that probably for a couple months, or since I set it up back in December, so I probably should actually clean that. Like I said, a lot of these tanks, all I did was top offs. So these actually had official water changes. Nothing had gravel vacs besides this tank and that tank. And I did it very gently in this tank, just right here in the corner. I put a pinky floss on the Python intake so I wouldn't suck up any shrimp or anything like that. Shrimplets. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm tempted to put some shrimplets in here. But I'd probably remove the tetras. I'd be afraid that the rainbow fish would pick off the shrimp. Tuesday blues. Right. Wow, look at that glare just from that light. I gotta turn down the white balance on this. Let me see if I can't go on the settings and turn it down a little bit. Camera enhance, white balance, auto, daylight, back, autofocus, stabilize on. There we go. What are your thoughts on that lake in Mexico drying up? I don't know. Honestly, Jason, I don't watch the news. I don't have cable. I just have Wi-Fi through my landlord. Oh, there you go. There's one of the little calicos. Super red calicos. Now it disappeared. A lot of those super red calicos that I got, and short fin, long fin, are hanging out behind the sponge filter right there. And unfortunately, that glass is definitely not clean. And you can see all Molly's nose prints right here. There it comes. It's not on the news, laugh out loud. I don't know. I didn't realize that there was a lake. What? Okay. Back. Switch. Let's see. Oh, molly golly. Let's switch that back. Poor connection. There we go. I just like looking at this tank. A lot of activity on here. I don't know. I'm digging kind of the smaller fish right now for some reason. I'll make a video on showing the little babies eventually, because I might pull them and put them in a little grow out tank. Maybe I'll put them in the put a divider up and put them in the puffer tank so the puffer can't get at them. You know, I do have plenty of this these odd pieces laying around that I can cut the acrylic, and I can just put it temporarily up so the baby... No, I won't use the babies. Never mind. I won't put them in the puffer tank because they're going to be small. I'll put them in another tank. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put them in this little... The really small ones, I'll put them in this tank. Shrimp tank. That way they can grow out a little bit. So I can actually see them. Make sure everyone's okay. Create hordes. Upside DYI. XC. XY. Or XZ. Hashtag 300. 36% battery. So I probably should plug this back in and flip this phone back around. Captain, you got lurkers. I always have lurkers, man. Sorry for all the bouncing around. Anyone want to donate to the fund to get me a whatchamacallit, a gimbal, feel free. Grabs a sandwich from the vendor shop. There you go. I just don't know if this USB 3.0 is going to be able to keep up with how much bandwidth or power this is draining right now. Let me know if the thing's stuttering at all, because I'm noticing it's going to poor connection every once in a while. So let me know if it drops any frames on you guys' end. Let's see. I'm eating cookies. Cool. You guys are making me hungry. Molly, stop your nonsense. I don't care what you hear out there. Ugh. Let me see if I can't get my other long cord that I can plug. Donate to the Captain Savage Fund. Remember, you're still a chicken fucker. Laugh. Sure. How is the weather over there? I think tonight it's gonna get into like the low 50s. We did have a couple days where it was in the low 40s overnight. I am running my AC because today was like 80 degrees, and my apartment was like 78 when I came in, or 76. So let's see. JH Aquatics is laughing out loud. Yeah, Jason's the funny guy. Move, Molly. You're in my way. I gotta get over at this lazy boy that's going to catch it all and see if I can find something real quick. Sunny and warm. I'm sorry, I'm so bored of regular streams. JH Aquatics says we really have a nasty storm coming right now. Need some laughs. That's fine, Jason. I don't care. This is a late night stream. I can always flag it as, you know, gotta be over a certain age. You know? Oh, there's my other camera. I was looking for these things. I was buried. The one place I really didn't look. Rated F. Sorry, Oklahoma. So, I'll use that camera tomorrow if I'm going to have problems with my Logitech camera. So let's see. That is the long cord I was looking for. The 10-footer. So, I got a 15 footer for my Google Pixel, but it's a USB-C. Right, so this, because I want to just enough slack, but it's probably going to pull on this camera a little bit. I don't know. There we go. Now I'll get a better charge. Sorry if the camera's at an angle. It's just because, there we go. Let me turn it back this way. Let me shut off this bright light now. Cut down on some of the glare. There we go. Oh shit, here it comes. The rain right now. The power might go out. Well, don't you got a backup generator? You bought one, JH, a while ago. Look at this cool thing I got a while ago. I got a couple of these CO2 kits that I might try in a couple of planted ones where it's do it yourself. You mix a bottle, mix 200 grams citric acid powder with 600 milliliters of water until dissolved. It does the whole kit on telling you what to do, so you can make your own CO2 method. Let's see. Got a couple tablets that I never use. Like I said, this thing's a catch-all. My old gaming headset that's messed up, that I'm too cheap to RMA. It's got a lifetime warranty on it. I mean, I should send it back because that thing cost me $300 a while ago. Like I said, I got like stuff all around. Here's a sump pump, or meant for a dehumidifier pump. I got the cordage. This is what I was gonna do when if I stay here much longer. I'm gonna do an auto water change, and then I'm gonna use this pump to pump the dirty water outside, or to like a grow bed or something like in my place where it just trickles. But it'll be on and off. Have the float, or the I have a float right here, but it'll come on automatically with a certain amount of water. I'll just have it drain into like a 20-gallon tote or something, small tote. But I probably only drip, like for auto water changes, probably like, depending on which tank, probably the big 125 and the 55, and these other 10s do like a half a gallon a day or a gallon a day of water changes for the small 10 gallons, and then this I would probably do 25 gallon or 20 gallons a day on that, or 10 gallons a day on that, with the drips, and use overflows. Let's see. Fish Tropics said, yeah, the storm is looming. Upside DIY say, yes, I used the pump for water inside a boat I had. I posted a video on my Patreon. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, that's what I got to get back into, is get my Patreon going again. Don't mind me, I'm just seeing what's all on this chair. Bunch of junk. Alright, so I just gotta be careful because this pump, it does work well. My dad actually used it for draining parts of his pool on the steps that he had, or he was cleaning or whatever. So cool. Alright, so my battery is bumping back up now that I got a good charger on it. What else? Like I said, I did the water change on the 25 bow front. That's got the 15 blue velvet shrimp in there. I think I got 10 or 15 cherry red shrimp or fire red shrimp. I can't remember. I just got stuff off Aquabit. Just little things. And it all came in pretty cheap, How many things do I have plugged in, Jason? I don't know. Let's see, that surge protector, just because I'm, the timer on it takes up like 2 spots, so each surge protector probably is almost maxed, but I have it going to multiple different outlets. My landlord said he will upgrade the amp, you know, the fuse to the like for each room, because it's sectioned off room by room. He's going to upgrade this room to like a 20 amp or 15 amp switch instead of a 10 or whatever it's on, or go up to the next biggest one. That way, when I have everything plugged in on this side and I game with this computer and I put a light on here, I'll kill power to my apartment. So I know he said he's going to put a bigger fuse in there in order to stop that, and he's actually got an electrical background, so he can come and redo the switches and put GFIs in and stuff like that. You should ask the landlord for a basement room for fish business. He was gonna do it. He told me I could do it in the room, but now it became a man cave. So I'm in the basement. My apartment takes up like 3/4 of the basement, and his man cave's probably like, you know, a 12 by 12 room, you know, which I could have put racks in there, but there's 2 big oil tanks in there. You know, I think 2 500-gallon oil tanks or 2 250s. One for my place, one for his place. So I really can't use that room anymore. Maybe I can ask him if I can throw a couple fish tanks, like display tanks, in there, and see if he's interested in that. KG Ciclet says, "Hey there, Brian. How you doing?" KG, starting to get some people. Oh yeah, if you guys don't mind sharing the stream, I can't do it from my phone and stuff like that. I'm learning this Streamlabs app or whatever. I'll see if there's a way to share after I'm done with the stream. So don't mind me. I'm just sitting sideways because it's more comfortable. I smelt the fart. Fish Tropic says, JH, you got rations? Yeah, in case he loses power. Oh yeah, with that plant kit that I got with the 10 blue velvets that came in, I got 2 pieces of regular Java moss, that like, or not, Java fern, like the narrow leaf, and then I got the really long leaf, or kind of wispy leaf thing that's in the 75-gallon, 2 of those. I got 1 big thing of Swastertang, I can't pronounce it. I got some floating plants, like the little, like, kind of bigger leaves, not duckweed, but another thing. I have it in the 75 there. I got some stems of Lewigia. I think it's Repens. So I think he sent 5 or 6 stems of that, maybe more. He sent me a bunch of different cuttings and stuff like that. KG Ciclets, I'm doing good, going through bankruptcy, divorce, speeding tickets, trying to move out of here, laugh out loud. Yeah, I feel you. I'm going through divorce myself. JH Aquatics says, I have some stuff, but we'll be good. I'm just worried about flooding. Upside DY says, I could have caught guppies in a creek stranded in shalom pools. That's cool. KG says, hi JH. Oh, that's why it's not working too well. Because the thing didn't open. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. Make sure you stay up with it. So, Jason, I got a question for you. Do you think I should try and get back into maybe breeding the specific guppy lines? Otherwise, I'm just going to breed mutt guppies and sell them on get gills. You know? Or find the ones that I really like, specific, couple specific males and females, and start breeding those out. Show me the CO2 kit. Sure, I can do that. It's just one of the ones I got off, I think Amazon. I don't know. It's a Rhino DIY CO2 generator set. So yeah, got the CO2 systems, the stickers. Look, probably directions. So, got this. So they just want you to use like a liter or 2 liter bottles. It's your call. So you got the different valves. Sorry, I'm this. So this is a DIY kit. You got this that goes in the tank. That's probably the bubbler for the CO2 to come out. And plenty of CO2 line and all that stuff. It's a whole kit, you know. I just gotta add bottles and get like citric acid or whatever it is that they suggest and go from there. And I got 2 of these kits. I didn't realize I had it on auto subscribe, so I might have 2 or 3 of these. They weren't too bad either. They were like $8 or $9 a piece, I think, maybe 12 at most. Free shipping. You gotta see if the valve even works. It does. I'm pretty sure it does work. I mean, I can always send it back. Which valve? You talking this valve? Right here? Where you can speed up and slow down the, yeah, the valve works. I can see it moving in there. Yeah, the pressure valve. Yeah, so I'll have to set the thing up and go from there. So I guess this goes in one of the 1 liters. And the 2 bottles get mixed, and then you run the cord to the tank. And there's a CO2 diffuser in here. So, I mean, it pretty much comes with everything. Yeah, he's talking about the pressure gauge. I guess I could run, I have that set up. You do? Yeah. Upside DY said, I missed the latest. How's those cichlids you moved into the Oscar tank? Actually, I was reading that the convict cichlids are a good diddler fish for Oscars and bigger monster fish because they hold their own. They don't take shit and they'll actually go after the Oscars. They're actually breeding in the tank. I've seen some small babies in there. Now, if the Oscars can smoke the little babies, that's fine with me. It's natural predation, right? So let me put that kit back away. If I'm not going to use these kits, I'll just put them up on Get Gills and get rid of them that way. So, yeah, I use 2 liter soda bottles. So with the different brand, but same principle, yeah. It's Rhino X. Like I said, it's the DIY CO2 generator set. And it shows you the CO2 system. Yeah, it's 2 liter bottles. And then you just put it to the diffuser. Oh yeah, so here it goes. It's got the whole list of what to do. The instructions say take 2 carbonated beverage bottles, recommended 1.5 liter, 2 liter, 2.3 liter, or 2.5 liter. Mark the bottles A's and B. Bottle A, mix 200 grams of citric acid powder with 600 milliliters of water until dissolved. Bottle B, mix 200 grams of baking soda with 200 milliliters of water until dissolved. Pour citric acid or vinegar into bottle A and pour a mixture of baking soda into water B or into bottle B. The CO2 generator caps with tubing attached and then screwed onto the bottles. Open the needle valve, squeeze the bottle slightly to inject citric acid into bottle B. This starts the generating of CO2. Then close the needle valve to allow pressure to build in the bottles. Mix bottle B by swirling the mixture around. You should see some bubbling. If not, squeeze more citric acid from bottle A. When pressure gauge reads 1.5 bars in bottle A, you can slowly open the needle valve and begin the flow of CO2 to the diffuser. So, let's see. JH Aquatics says I have electric solenoid on a timer so it turns off at night. Upside DY, I only have only have 4 goldfish in my time, lost 1 betta and 9 tetra. It happens, losses do happen. Now guys, my phone is trying to keep up. It is slowly depleting though, so I don't know if I got a completely good charge on this, but let me see if I can't move this a little closer so it's not putting so much strain on that micro USB. There we go. See if that helps. So yeah, so if for some reason the stream this cuts out, it's because my phone died. Nothing against you guys or anything like that. I mean, we've been going almost an hour. Invest in a long power cord. I actually already have long power cords with GFIs built into them. I got a 20 or 25 footer sitting underneath because I was going to start building, because I got one of the drills that aren't battery operated. It's just by cord, because I'm going to build some stands, wooden stands. I do have some wood for my landlord, like plywood, 3/4 plywood or inch plywood. So I got the tops. I just need to get some 2x4s, which I've already priced out. You know, 20 or 30 bucks in wood, and I can build the stands I want. Like, I'll build a rack that'll hold 340 breeders or bigger. I can build a, I can not even use the 40 breeder rack that I built a long time ago. But that's what's going to happen in this corner. I'm going to move everything up. I'm going to actually put a corner shelf right where that picture is and put the air pump right there, and I'm going to build it into the thing and kind of soundproof that so I don't hear the pump pumping. It's not really loud because it's locked. I'm going to get that pump gone because I just had to wait for more airline to come in. I got some new airline so I can get rid of that pump, because this will do 900 or 1,000 liters an hour worth of air. So I think that's like 600 or 700 gallons per hour or something worth of air, if not more. How many liters go into a gallon? I don't know. What is it? Two liters make a gallon? Or maybe it's 3 liters. But I got more than enough. It says it can do up to 30 tanks depending on the depth. Upside DY says I'm learning the nitrogen cycle, then aquaponies for plants. Well, you can speed up the nitrogen cycle in a tank by adding plants to it too, because they'll suck up the excess nutrients. Put some like, if you don't mind duckweed, throw some duckweed on the top, or you can throw some Java moss, or Java fern, Anubias in there, swords, stuff like that. If you got substrate, swords would be good. That'll suck up a lot of the nutrients from the substrate. Christmas moss and stuff like that will suck up a little of the nutrients in the water. Supposedly Java moss doesn't really pull any nutrients from the water, which I really don't believe. Yes, I have 2 succulents in my HO hang on back. There you go. And this, that used to be a hang on back or an aquaculture thing for the 2.5 gallon beta tank kit. So I just put plants in that, so that green plant has more than enough light. It's actually doubled in size since I put it in the 125. So that's good. Savage Aquatics says, gotta seed it with beneficial bacteria on all surface areas. I'd actually even, me personally, if I didn't have enough beneficial bacteria, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run a light all day long for like a couple weeks straight to build up the algae on the side of the tanks. That'll help cycle your tank too. The algae will definitely eat any nutrients in the water. Like my 20 long in the kitchen, because I have 2 lights. I have an incandescent and a 5000K LED light, like a spotlight like that, over in the corner, only a smaller fixture. So I got plenty of wattage on the 20 gallon, but my whole back wall of my tank that I don't view is covered in green algae, which is fine with me. It's not impeding on the tank or anything like that. I have Java fern in that. I have some stem plants in the 20 long. I'm just trying to think. Java moss, Christmas moss. I got a bunch of many different plants in there. I have some duckweed on the top of the surface that doesn't really like me right now because I took the little aquaculture 25 or 40 gallon per hour pump and I put it in the 20 long, so it's keeping the surface area agitated, so the duckweed's only got a couple little areas that it can hold on in the tank. I got a tiger lotus, which I'm tempted to take and actually put in this 125 if I know the Oscars wouldn't beat it up. Or I'm going to put it in this bow front right here because it's pretty tall, and let the tiger lotus grow out. The tiger lotus is already to the top of the water, which in a 20 long is what, 13 inches from the bottom to the top. So I know tiger lotuses will grow a lot bigger based on height of the tank. That's why I'm thinking of putting it in this 125 gallon because this thing's 30 inches tall. So at least 30 inches tall. Savage Aquatics says, I cycle my tanks by adding leaf litter from another tank. I try to get a lot of protozoa in the tank as fast as possible. Yeah. Makes sense. How's the shrimp, guys? Is it choppy at all or anything like that? Either way, just let me know if you start getting a lot of lag or anything, or you're seeing frames drop. It shouldn't be because my phone's literally going to my wire router that's actually acting like a repeater for my landlord's router. So I mean, I got 5 bars or 5G to my cell phone right now, Wi-Fi, and the lag's only 20 milliseconds. Then that's going to Malone for the closest area to me, for the substation or the server, whatever it's pinging. So I know the lag time between my Wi-Fi router and my landlord's is like a millisecond, or not, a millisecond and a half at most. So the storm is nasty, yeah. Well, hopefully you don't lose power, JH. The one thing I gotta do is I gotta plant that melon sword because it's really burning back. I know I added safe to these tanks. I shouldn't have done it because then I remembered I was about to fertilize, but I know the safe will knock out the nitrogen, or you know what I mean, ammonia and stuff like that, and I don't want to waste organic fertilizer, liquid fertilizer for no reason. So I'm going to give it like a day or two, and then I'm going to fert all these tanks again. I even fert the shrimp tanks. I just use a weaker solution, and I just put it in like a 1 liter Poland Spring bottle, which is right there. And it's this Miracle Grow organic stuff. Very, very low copper. Like, it's like literally 10 zeros and then a 1. 0.00001. I mean, you can't see, but this does have a slight blue tint to it. And I got a gallon sitting up on top of my refrigerator in my kitchen, that I just fill this bottle up with. And I just do this by eye. I just go, broop, broop. Good. I know I could take one of the things I got from my aquarium box, or even Corey, where it does like 5 milliliters a squirt, or it's 10 gallons, good for 10 gallons. I might put one of those on here, because it'll fit the top of this easily. This is the only thing, is it doesn't go to the complete bottom, so I might just get a different straw or a longer straw and put it in there. I'm going to actually get my own organic fertilizers and make my own mix, because I know how to get, you know, nitrogen, clay and all that stuff, everything I would need to you know, fert the tank, because clay will be good for red plants, you know what I mean, Only I want like really fine red clay. That way it doesn't cloud the water too long. If I did put like almost like a liquid red clay in there. I don't know. I'll just mix my own thing. See if I can't come up with something. Maybe get my own fert line. That'd be kind of cool. But that costs a lot of money, I think, to have it made. Let's see. Upside DYI says, yes, I'm stuck with at bare bottoms until I get some good plants. You can put plants, put floating plants in there. You can put Java moss, Java fern, Anubias. You can leave all those floating. Those will still pull water with their roots. They'll still pull stuff out of the water. I mean, you could get Java fern in a mat, where the mat will actually keep the Java fern from floating. And you can get small little like lead weights or something that, you know, like plant weights, and you can just put one of those on there and it'll stick to the bottom of the tank. JH Aquatics says, fish are fine without power. Some of my tanks don't have any on them anyways. Maybe hook up better equipment, lights, filter, heat. Well, it all depends, Upside DYI, it all depends on what temp you keep in your house. Like, I could easily set and get rid of all my heaters and set this to like 73 or 74 degrees in my apartment, but I don't want to burn the oil because I don't pay for that. That's included in my rent. And I don't want to burn up the tank, you know what I mean, for no reason. So if anything, all this, since it's the summer and with all these tanks running, they generate a lot of heat, and really all I gotta do is leave my beast of a tower computer on, running in the background, and that'll keep my whole apartment at a steady 72 degrees with nothing on. You know what I mean? And most of the fish I have can tolerate it. I mean, the Oscars might not like it cooler like that, but I think all the fish could go down to 72, 73 degrees, no problem. I'm not worried about power. I did 2 months without power. The fish will be fine, but I will sweat and my ice cream will melt in the freezer. Yeah. That's why. Then you just eat the ice cream. You become a pig and you just eat ice cream. I live in the tropics. I'm in the Caribbean. No heaters here. I chill my tanks to 72. Yeah, now I can tell you the temperature because I have my AC running right now. Because I just for my own principle, I like to know what the humidity is in here. Right now it's 66.9 degrees where I have this in my middle room, if you guys can see that. And the humidity is at 60%. It's a little high, but that's okay. But with the AC on, it pulls humidity out of the air, so without my AC, my temp is 78. Now today, since it was like close to 80, my apartment when I came in was like 75.2 degrees. So that's not bad for the fish. And, oh, sorry guys, my phone's dying.